Thank you, Cynthia, for coming to the show. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
आपको उर्दू आती है?
मेरी उर्दू टूटी फूटी है, ठीक है?
टूटी फूटी, कोई बात नहीं.
समझ जाते हैं.
But मैं समझ थोड़ी सी, but बस ठीक है. So let's stick with English, please.
टूटी फूटी उर्दू से काम चला लेंगे. You know what is काम चलाना?
No, please tell me.
काम चलाना is that we'll manage with this thing.
Zabardast.
So we'll manage it.
Zabardast.
Zabardast is a zabardast word.
चलिए ठीक.
ठीक है. So first thing. What would you want to say to the women of Pakistan, but you have to say in Urdu?
Oh no.
Yes.
I told you, Meri Urdu tutti putti hai.
Tutti.
I would say happy International Women's Day to women everywhere. I am delighted to be a part of this wonderful club that we share. The love that we have for one another and what we express is incredibly important in today's age.
Okay, so Cynthia, you're a writer, you're a traveler, you're a blogger, you're a tweeter. What else do you do in Pakistan? What are you doing in Pakistan?
So I do a lot of CSR film work. I write, I direct, I produce. And having lived in Pakistan for several years, I've come to see the joys, I've seen the challenges as well as the success stories.
You've made documentaries as well?
Absolutely.
Not making films?
Absolutely.
Don't need a hero. I mean, what's the point of having you here?
Maybe you need a hero, yaar.
Hero, yaar.
Why not? So,
and what are you doing for Pakistan?
Well, first and foremost, I always say I'm a friend of Pakistan. This is my second home. I truly enjoy being in Pakistan. There's so much opportunity. There's so much potential. And even in my first trips in 2009, I thought this is a phenomenal country that largely goes underexplored, especially in the international media.
अच्छा एक सवाल कर लूँ मैं अहम सवाल है because अहम सवाल ये है कि मतलब एक खूबसूरत खातून do you know what is the meaning of a खूबसूरत खातून?
खूबसूरत?
Yes.
Well, I did have a New Year's resolution. I said for New Year's, I said Pakistan के खूबसूरत लोगों आप सबको नया साल मुबारक हो. Pakistan जिंदाबाद. So
do you know what is the meaning of
beautiful?
मतलब I can say you are a खूबसूरत lady.
Thank you, that's mashallah. Thank you very much.
Are you married?
Am I what?
Are you married?
Are you?
He is.
Reply to my
he was reluctant answering that question, but I am here to tell
I was thinking
he is. Actually,
I wanted her to answer first.
Congratulations.
Are you married?
Not yet, no.
Okay, good. That's good.
What do you have to do with her getting
just
married?
Asking, just for general knowledge.
But why are you so interested?
Just
in
for
her
general
marriage?
knowledge.
Maybe one day it will happen, inshallah.
Inshallah, yes.
We'll have a lovely wedding here in Pakistan.
Good.
Here in Pakistan, with a Pakistani?
Well, we'll see.
So
God knows.
what is since you're from USA, what is the difference between men of USA and Pakistani men? What do you like about Pakistani men?
Okay, all right. Well, as we know, I believe that there was a quiz not too long ago, a few years, that listed Pakistani men as some of the handsomest in the world.
Yes.
And,
thank you. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. We're just stating the obvious. It's God's gift, right? So we should be appreciative of that. The hospitality, the loving nature, of course, is at the top of my list.
No, great.
And what stopped you here in Pakistan?
What brought me
stopped
here?
you? Yeah.
Well, yes.
Stopped you from moving back, from going back to US.
There's always the challenge, I think, of being in a foreign country, and I welcome challenges. I embrace challenges, and I think as a woman that helps make me stronger, more self-sufficient, and if one can build one's business on her own in Pakistan, I believe that is an amazing story, particularly for Pakistan.
Okay, so what do you like about Pakistan? The best thing about Pakistan?
Well, I love the food.
Biryani.
We all love
You
the
fried
food. We all love
biryani?
the food.
I love, and one of my favorites is magas, and of course I have a slight.
Magas is the favorite food of all ladies.
I always
they all eat magas.
I feel, they say you are what you eat. I always feel smarter after eating magas.
After eating magas, you feel that you become more intelligent.
Yes,
that's good. Okay, so are all women alike?
No, yeah. Why would you say that?
Like,
are all men alike?
No, I'm talking about the women of different countries. American women, Pakistani women. Is their nature the same?
No. I think humans are humans wherever you go. We have similar threads. We enjoy our challenges. We have our sad days. We have our happy days, and so forth. So we have many similarities. But I think the cultural nuances and our own unique individualities is what makes us even more beautiful.
Great.
But women all over the world are oppressed. They are violated, they are abused. But why is it that media all over the world projects Pakistan as if people here are animals and women only oppressed are here?
Well, I think that's a very multi-layered question. I think that there are certain things, as we know, as narrative. And of course, narrative economics plays a huge role in Pakistan and in the world stage. And Pakistan is finally, thanks God, coming into its own. It's standing on its own feet, and I believe taking control of its own narrative by actually sharing what is the reality in Pakistan. Yes, there are many challenges here. I have experienced them personally myself.
What challenges?
Misogyny certainly is a thing that I have experienced here, but that's also one more thing that we have in common in the United States, because the very things I've experienced here, I've experienced in the USA as well. So again, humans are humans for the good and for the not so good, but if we continue to focus on the narrative or the negative, then we may develop or contribute to what's called a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So what do you like about Pakistani women?
I love their strength. Pakistani women are some of the strongest women I have ever met, and let me tell you, if I ever got stuck anywhere, I would be thrilled, I would be delighted if my Pakistani female friends were there by my side, which they are on a regular basis.
People here in Pakistan have started, you've actually also faced criticism on social media, Twitter, if I talk specifically. On Twitter, people attack you by saying that you're a tourist, you're a visitor, why are you commenting on our problems? How do you know, how would you know about our problems? We are here living since ages and we have faced those things. You haven't faced them in US. How do you feel about it, about the criticism on Twitter?
I always welcome criticism. It helps open up our minds.
But
right?
when people tell you that you're not one of us.
Well, and that's a question that they have to ask for themselves. What do they mean by us? Who is us? Right? We are all humans. I've lived in Pakistan for the vast majority of the past several years, on and off since 2009. I have many friends here. I have gone through trials and tribulations on my own. So I think it's important for us to not be narrow-minded, even as we proclaim others to be so.
There was a video which I saw. You were saying that Indiana Jones is your hero.
Yes.
Why is that? Indiana Jones, kyun pasand hai? And try to speak in Urdu so that we can.
I love Indiana Jones. I love the character of Indiana Jones. He was such an international explorer. He did not judge others. He was there for the history and to help educate his students and so forth. And I loved his sense of adventure. And I find myself living my own.
Which Pakistani actors do you like? Which Pakistani actors and actresses?
Well, there are several that I've actually met over the past couple of years, I would say. I've met a few good writers. The women.
Can you name them?
Let's see, Vasai Chaudhary.
Vasai Chaudhary.
Yes.
Now say it in Urdu. Vasai Chaudhary बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
Vasai Chaudhary बहुत अच्छा है.
हाँ, बहुत अच्छा है.
I'll just keep it at that. And I've met a number.
और कौन अच्छा है?
You keep pushing me, yaar. So we will have, just to let everyone know, I'll be having Urdu lessons after this, and so they'll be covering all the expenses associated with my Urdu lessons.
I can teach you Urdu. I can give you personal tuitions for Urdu.
Zabardast, thank you, बहुत शुक्रिया.
बिल्कुल, मैं आपको उर्दू पढ़ाऊंगा.
I was going to ask you, आपको उर्दू आती है?
मुझे उर्दू बहुत ज़्यादा आती है.
You're doing a
मैं उर्दू भी पढ़ा सकता हूँ और पट्टियाँ भी पढ़ा सकता हूँ.
अच्छा, वो हम नहीं चाहते कि आप यहाँ शो पे पढ़ाएं. अच्छा, Cynthia, you've also been made up as a bride by a makeup artist here in Islamabad.
That's true, yes.
दुल्हन बनाया उन्होंने आपको. How was the experience? Pictures जरा दिखाइए इनकी जो.
अच्छा.
हाँ, pictures चल भी रही थी, अभी दोबारा भी दिखा दें.
It took, I think, 2.5, 3 hours for hair and makeup, and I just simply
3 hours,
almost, and I thought, that this is going to be, that's not the bridal shot, but that's close. But it was lovely. I got to assume a different role, and I got to wear the hair and the makeup.
Was the outfit heavy?
It was extraordinarily heavy.
Heavy.
I thought, I will not have to go to the gym because I'm lifting these weights.
Yeah.
So, how much time did they take you take for the makeup?
Hair and makeup was about 2.5 hours.
About 2.5 hours.
Yes.
And this is what happens in the US also?
Well, if you're doing bridal shoots, yes, or any type of modeling, it does take some time. So these are usually things
but
that I don't
those dresses, white gowns,
so
are certainly lighter than...
They are not
this one,
yes,
this picture.
There we go.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, that was a lovely day. We had a great time with them.
But you see, women over here, they take 3 hours to get ready. Over here they take 3 hours. In USA also they take around 2-3 hours.
Pointing your finger at me.
No,
like,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about. I was saying that all women are alike, so they always take 3 hours to get ready.
I would digress. If I were you, and I certainly will disagree with you. Not all women are alike.
You take around 10 minutes.
No, it depends on what I'm
upon
doing.
The occasion.
It depends upon the occasion. You know, if it's just going for a jog, why do I need to put on my mascara?
Exactly.
Unless it's raining outside, in which case I will wear my waterproof mascara.
Okay, tell me, which countries have you visited?
It's easier for me to tell you which countries I have not visited.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we'll put it that way.
I have not really visited China or Russia to the extent. There's in Africa. I have not been to the continent of Africa.
Okay. And
in Pakistan, what areas are the ones that you haven't seen? That you haven't been to?
I haven't. I've been to all the provinces.
Good.
So, including the region formerly known as Fatah and Kashmir. I've touched all the borders. So I would say that there are probably a little bit more interiors of Sindh and Balochistan that I would like to explore.
And the favorite ones?
Yes, the favorite one.
I have a favorite city. So I love the Virgin Beaches in Gwadar in Balochistan.
That's great,
absolutely striking.
Beautiful place.
Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir, Muzaffarabad. I was in Pir Chanasi recently for a Jeep rally.
It's a beautiful place.
Yes, and of course the City of Lights. There are some amazing places.
So what is the next destination that you're visiting?
I can't tell you that. You'll find out eventually.
We'll find out.
Okay. Tell it to me after the program. We can try to go together.
Okay, now we'll have to take a break. Thank you so much, Cynthia. But before we leave you, before we ask you to leave us, it was a very lovely conversation. We would ask you to give a message to the world regarding Pakistan.
Pakistan is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It has a lot of promise and potential, as well as the people. And I'm delighted to call Pakistan my second home.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy Women's Day to you.
Likewise.